What is good, everybody? My name is the Generation 71, and today we will be facing off against the devil himself. Yeah, just coming to you with the little Cuphead gameplay. Essentially, I wanted to show this off a little bit, but it's weird because most of your common people, the people that think this game is too hard, probably won't care about this ending as much, versus the people that actually, are super hardcore about this game are probably watching this and be like, man, you're still such an amateur, because this is technically done on regular. So in case you don't know, when you start the game, you have regular and easy modes, and even with the easy modes, you're not able to complete the game. It's kind of a way to kind of get you caught up with everything. Whereas regular, you're actually able to complete the whole story mode. But even after you complete the story mode, they have an expert mode. Though in that defense, you'd think like, man, this game is already hard. What can they do to make it harder? Well, the only thing I've noticed, because I've done some previous research on it, like by watching other videos, it just seems like it just increases like attack time. So like with this particular part, the snake, it actually just be a little bit faster versus when he either does the bubbles or the wheel of fire, they are actually attacking you at double the speed. So, but besides that, I don't really see a big difference. It's one of those things that this game, and that's why I personally don't understand the difficulty rationale here, because this game is not difficult. It's one of those things that just like, and I compare it to Contra, and I know so many people have been doing that, so I apologize if you're getting tired of that comparison. But it's one of those things that these bosses, they all just have little tricks, little patterns that you have to memorize. So it's one of those things you will die. You kind of have to die before you can actually predict some of the movements and the just patterns that these bosses have. And you also have to take into account for RNG, because RNG is a big thing here. As you saw, I ended up getting squished by that stupid poker chip. It usually doesn't spawn there the first time, but that was just the one time RNG was like, nah, I'm gonna screw you over. So but yeah, besides talking about Cuphead, I just wanted to make a video to show that, yeah, I haven't disappeared yet. To say Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I'm actually recording this on Christmas. If not, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Winter Solstice. Hope everybody is having a great time, just spending time with their family. It's weird. So as I've been telling people, and if you've watched my last couple videos, you understand that this is the first year in forever, at minimum 4 years, but it might even be longer than that, that I am actually not working in retail. And I actually got to spend, time with my family this year, which was an insane experience. It was good, don't get me wrong, like I like spending time with my family, but I forgot how much drama also came with spending time with your family. So that was very interesting there, just seeing everything that I had apparently have missed the last couple of years. But yeah, it was an insane feeling just being able to finally spend time with my family on Christmas, and it was just, it's an insane change. And I think honestly, with the previous retail job that I left, I'm super grateful that I left. I mean, I kind of felt bad leaving them hanging, especially mid-holiday season, but it's one of those things that in the end you have to understand, like, you want to be a team player and you want to protect your team, especially if you're the leader. But in the end, you have to look out for yourself, too. If you're not taking care of yourself, health-wise, mentally, anything like that, you're not doing anybody any good. So, but yeah, so much happier. It's a weird job, too, because I've been making jokes, but please don't take offense to it if you still work retail. I like to make fun. It's like I have an adult job now, and I mean that because it's a Monday through Friday job, 8 to 5, and it's so nice because it's one of those things like, hey, every night, I won't have to worry about getting called back in and be like, hey, this didn't get done, you need to finish this, or hey, somebody called in sick, we need you to come in. It's one of those like, nope, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday and Sunday, you're good. So it's just such a weird experience. So but I'm definitely a lot happier, to the point that, I'm obviously recording this video. I'm not going to say like I was depressed, but it's one of those things that I was just so stressed out about other things that YouTube was way, way in the back of my mind. So now the fact that I actually have time to think about other stuff, it's like, yeah, why not record a video? I actually got to play Cuphead, I literally got the Xbox One X for Cuphead, and that's kind of sad. I got a $500 system for a $30 game. That's great. So, but I don't regret it, especially since I technically didn't pay for the system. But I don't regret it. I love Cuphead. This is probably going to be entered into my top 10 games of all time. But depending on, because I'm still not done with it, because I do plan on beating it on expert mode. it may end up squeaking into the top 5, which is crazy. I have not had a game squeeze into my top 5 in years, so that'll be interesting. So, but besides that, I mean, obviously we've had the updates like, hey, what's going to be happening? So, I do have some thoughts about like what exactly I want to do, but it's also one of those things too that everybody knows that YouTube isn't in the best of positions right now, and I can't even say it's specifically gaming. It's just with any channel, whether it be, you know, product review, beauty products, you know, comedy, sketches, whatever. Just YouTube is not in the best position right now. So it's one of those things. I guess I do want to focus on YouTube again, but I may not focus as much as I originally intended, and I may split up my focuses onto Twitch as well. Because especially with my channel, it is a gaming channel. That's honestly where the gaming sphere is going towards. So it kind of may be where I need to be headed from now on. And I don't know, it's one of those things I'm still considering, because obviously doing a pre-recorded live commentary here, I have control of the situation, versus, you know, you're actually streaming on Twitch, you have some guy that's just like, yo, you murdered my cow the other day, how dare you? I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. Sorry, I was trying to think of the most exaggerated thing I think of. So you have kind of like two situations like that, where you have a controlled environment, you post what you want to post, and then you go from there, versus you have a live environment where not only do you have to be entertaining constantly, or people are going to be coming to watch you, but it's also one of those things you're always going to be kind of like on your best footing in case you do have situations like that. So, but what would that mean essentially is any sort of let's plays, any sort of just random gaming moments I would want to show would be on Twitch, versus on YouTube you'd see just the more edited projects, but it would also show that it would slow down because those edited projects would take longer to produce. So yeah, I mean, how slower could it be than 6 months, right? So I'm just saying it wouldn't be as active as I would want it to be. So I'll find a balance there. If anything, we could also consider doing Twitch highlights on YouTube as well, but that's a whole other thing. So but yeah, especially with the new year coming in 2018, just the position of the internet too with net neutrality, there's just so much, like, I feel like it was gone for so long. When I come back, it's like, what happened to like everything, to the YouTube, to the internet, to the world, man, too, like with everything happening, you know, with these sexual assault accusations, and you know, just people kind of like waking up but not waking up because it hasn't really changed anything in the industry quite yet. It's just like, it's a trip, and it's not even over yet, because obviously it's one of those things that's probably still going to snowball into something else. So, alright, let's get back into Cuphead here, because we're actually reaching, as you kind of have noticed, I've kind of merged a lot of my attempts. This whole attempt of me beating the devil took me about 20-30 minutes. But essentially I'm showing you kind of like the best tries, and I use best as a quote-unquote because there are other ones I was doing well that I just got hit randomly 2 times, like, nope, I'm retrying. So these are the ones where, like, yeah, you know, I just died, I was doing well, I thought I could have made it to the end, I ended up dying. So with the devil, his specific, and we'll go through it here in a second, his hardest form is his first form. His second form, as long as you can control the area, he is actually kind of a joke as a final boss. And that's kind of a shame. It kind of makes sense, because if you let things get out of hand like I did there, it gets ridiculous. But here, we'll talk about it here. So here's a couple attacks. He'll have his spider head attack, he'll have his arm, like, stretch attack, and he'll either throw out fireballs or bubbles at you. With spiders, the spider head, he'll usually kind of go back and forth, left and right. That varies sometimes, so you kind of just got to give it enough room to get ready to dash if you need to. Here, I actually found out you can actually dash above it, but you can also duck below that. I did not know that until recently, so it actually helps for future runs. But here, you can see the fire. I always play it kind of close, and I always stay in the middle. The best way to dodge that is getting to the side as soon as you can, then you have more room. And there you can see another hand. I've been using the triangle spread, because especially like when you're jumping up against them, it does massive damage. But of course, if you kind of go far as distance on every shot is hitting him, so it doesn't do as much damage. But besides the sniper shot, I felt this one worked out better for me. So here, we're going to go into the second phase here. And like I said, the second phase is a joke as long as you take care of everything. So here it's not as bad. You have the random, I believe they're axes, and then you have the bombs they get. You always want to take care of the bombs. Because their explosion radius is a lot bigger than you think. You're like, oh yeah, I'll just get to the other side, no big deal. No, it'll still hit you sometimes. So. The nice thing about his head too is his entire head is a hitbox. So even if you don't hit his eye initially, you're pretty fine. So, okay, here's when he's gonna take out 2 other platforms. Here you only have the 3 platforms, and then you have these giant like devil bear looking things. You definitely want to take those out for the side, but they're not permanent. It's the guys up top that are permanent. If you don't take them out, oh my god, they start bunching up, and then you literally have no jumping room. So, and here, like I said, as long as you control the situation, you're fine. Just don't let anything get out of hand, and you're perfectly a-okay. So, see here, I'm like, okay, well, I only had 1 left, and he's jumping at me, so I'll be fine there. And then he spawns more, so I try to jump above his head to take him out as soon as I can. And then here, now we made him cry. Poor baby. Here you have to be careful because his eyes, especially the droplets, do damage, but they're also parryable. So if you need some extra parry abilities, you can do that there. I didn't even get a chance to use my parry, so I got a really, really bad score. But this is why I think it's insane. This achievement is only, what, like 6% of people or something like that? It was like 6% of people actually got this achievement. This game isn't hard. I understand that there's some people that don't actually have time to, like, learn the game. And you could say maybe I had an advantage because I grew up with games like Contra, but this game is not hard. Like, I don't know, it just kind of bewilders my mind, so. But the music's amazing, though. Throwing all the contracts away. So it makes me wonder, like, did the residents know that the Cup Boys, I don't call them the Cup Boys, were coming after him for the contracts? Because it seems like everybody was super violent, and like it was one of those things they could have done the stealth mission, be like, hey, you know, no big deal, just come with us, and then like boom, you know, bamboozle them. Versus they seemed angry like right off the bat. So I wonder if they just had like a bad reputation, and because of this it made them look better in their eyes. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm going to cut it there for now. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like if you like this video, if you want to see more. And, yeah, just comment if you want to have a conversation. So, but this has been The Generation 71, and we'll catch you guys later.